Hello, my name is Cameron Giles. We'll learn about the 10 roles in the court process, which are the plaintiff, the respondent, the accused, the prosecutor, the defense attorney, the judge, the victim, the witnesses, the police, and the members of the jury, and you're going to know what they do. So first is the plaintiff. The plaintiff is the injured party who is the one doing the suing or bringing a civil suit against the defendant. Plaintiffs can be individuals, businesses, classes of individuals, or even government entities. They must also provide evidence that the defendant caused the injury or harm. Second, the respondent is the person a petition is being filed for, especially one on appeal. The respondent can either be the plaintiff or defendant because both can appeal decisions, therefore making them petitioner. The third one is the accuser. Is the person who is charged with the crime but not yet tried for it. The accused may also be called the defendant, the person that, was being accused of in the court. The prosecutor is the person who promptly investigating prosecutes and disposes of criminal charges. While they do this, though, they need to be consistent, fair, and accurate regarding the rights of the defendant, victims, and witnesses. The defense attorney deals with criminal or civil cases. They represent for the accused and are responsible for protecting their client's interest. They'll sit at counsel tables facing the bench, and they'll talk to the judge, witnesses, or even the jury. They are able to bring out facts that make their client's case more favorable. They must do this approved legal procedures. The judge stays seated behind a desk on an elevated platform. He first has to make sure he conducts the proceedings and maintain order. He then goes to make sure that any evidence presented is either legal or improper. Before the jury begins, the judge gives them instructions about the laws and standards that applies to the case. Then he must determine the facts and decides the case if it's a bench trial. The last thing a judge does is to sentence the convicted criminals. The victim, also known as the named injured party, cannot force prosecution against the wrongdoer. Instead, if there is an appropriate civil cause of action, the victim must file a civil suit as a plaintiff in order to seek damages and against the defendant. The witnesses are there to make testimony about the facts regarding the cause that's in dispute. They are to sit in a witness stand facing the courtroom as they give those testimonies, witness for the plaintiff, defendant, or the government. The police cannot distribute justice, but they are responsible for public safety, preventing crimes, and investigating violations of the law. They gather evidence so that the justice may be done. As far as the courtroom deputy goes, they are to be seated near the judge and administers the oath to the witnesses. They also mark exhibits and helps the trial. Last one is the members of the jury. They play a vital role in the system of justice. They work as a team with the judge because as he determines the law to be applied in a case, the jury decides the facts. They must listen closely to the witnesses and their testimonies. They also aren't to talk about the case to anyone outside the courtroom. And those are the 10 roles in the court process and what they do in the court process.